Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry that I'm not there in person tonight, but I'm currently back in Canada to train with my coach and teammates and to pick up my new racing chair that has just finished being built. Thank you to the Women in Sport Committee for giving me the opportunity to still speak to you in this way. I've been involved in sports my whole life. I started swimming at the age of 2, and then when I got involved with Windreach Bermuda at age 5, which at the time was still the Bermuda Riding for the Disabled and Windreach as two separate organizations, I started horseback riding, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis, and archery, just to name a few. But getting involved in Windreach and sports is the reason I am the person I am today. Windreach gave me the chance to be proud of who I was and to realize that having a disability wasn't a bad thing. Sports gave me the chance to gain confidence in myself and to know that I could set big dreams and goals and accomplish them. I was introduced to wheelchair track racing in 2006 at a sports expo that Windreach hosted. They brought down athletes and coaches from Canada and the States in a few different para sports. And the whole idea behind the expo was to showcase what para sports were available and to help create a pathway for individuals to get involved. My previous coach, Ken Tom, and his son Curtis, who was an athlete and is now my new coach, came for track. I remember getting in a racing chair that was way too big for me and going around the track with Curtis, and I absolutely fell in love with the sport. I loved the speed of it, and I wanted to learn everything that I could about it. Ken then offered to coach me, which he did alongside Jerry Swan in Bermuda as I traveled back and forth to Canada while I finished high school. While doing this, I was still involved in a lot of other sports, but I became 100% committed to track after 2008 when I was fortunate to be sent by the Bermuda Paralympic Association to the Beijing Paralympic Games to be a spectator. I remember sitting in the stands with the other 90,000 spectators watching track, and I turned to my mom and said, "This is the sport for me, and I'm going to be down on that track racing at the next Paralympic Games in 4 years' time." That's exactly what happened. I had my first international race in 2010 and then moved to Canada in 2011 to attend Brock University and to train full-time under Ken. Since then, I've competed at 3 Paralympic Games, and I'm the current Para-Pan American Games champion over the T53 100-meter and 400-meter races. The nature of sports and being an athlete will always come with ups and downs. The hardest and biggest challenge I've gone through in my sporting career was in 2017 when my coach Ken Tom suddenly passed away. Ken was the most incredible coach, role model, and friend. He always knew what to say to motivate and encourage his athletes, and he nurtured a safe, judgment-free space for us to be ourselves and to grow into the athletes and people we wanted to become. I'm forever grateful that I had the opportunity to be his athlete for 7 years. But when Ken died, it felt like the floor had given out on me. I was in a real internal battle with myself for a long time on how could I continue training and competing in this sport without him. But all the while knowing he would be so upset to know that I had given up. I was very lucky that Ken had introduced me to an incredible group of athletes who have become like family to me. We were able to rally around each other during that difficult time, and because of them, I was able to tell myself that Ken and I had put in 7 years of hard work and achieved some incredible goals together, and I couldn't let all of that go to waste. I knew I had a lot more in me to give in this sport, and I had to take Ken's incredible knowledge, passion, and love for the sport forward. I had to change my perspective and do this in his memory and his honor, because he gave me so much, it was the least that I could do. I also want to say the biggest thank you to Curtis for stepping in to coach me at an unbelievably difficult time of not only losing a coach, but his father. It meant the world to me that you saw the potential in me to go further in the sport and wanted to help me stay in it. And that's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who share your same passion, who see the potential in you, and who believe in you. While I know that that's not always easy, believe me, those people are out there. For the athletes in attendance tonight, I want to say that the journey won't always be easy, but it is 100% worth it. Have the belief and confidence in yourself to know that you can accomplish big things no matter what limitations you may have. Don't be afraid or put off by the hard work that it will take, because you may surprise yourself on just how far you can push yourself in achieving. For the coaches, I want to say thank you for all the work that you put in daily on and off the field of play to help your athletes become the best that they can be. Your guidance, your support, and your words have a profound impact on athletes in a very unique way. And while it may sometimes go unnoticed, know that it is always appreciated. Coach Ken always told me, we plan the work and work the plan, and that is a philosophy I carry with me every single day. For all others who are involved in sports in some capacity, thank you for all that you do in helping to promote sports, and especially women in sports. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.